Ian.
Dave.
You remember when we talked about Nazi cars on our show?
I do. Our show called Apex Adjacent, of which this is one. That one?
Yes, it is. It was a show much like this one where you, Ian, and I, Dave, discussed cars and especially why context with cars matters.
Right. Yes. For anyone who doesn't remember, the long and short of that discussion was that Pebble Beach awarded Best in Show to a car that may or may not have been owned by a prominent Nazi, but was definitely built by Nazis and was celebrated by Nazis. And we said that was not appropriate because, the context in which a car is created and lives and all of that stuff matters, and that's why cars are special.
Exactly. And while that kind of stuff can be a little heady sometimes, right? I think I found...
It's a very diplomatic way of saying that we disappeared up our own buttholes.
No, I think it's one of those things where like it's hard to like our show, it's hard to sum up in just a few succinct words, right?
Yes.
Context does matter, but the why, it's complicated. Okay? All right. So I think I may have found the perfect example to show you why context matters with cars. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me grab my window here. Oh God. Finder's freaking out. I can't get my window. Okay. All right. Let me pop this in the browser and it's going to be a whole thing, buddy. It's a whole thing. Okay. Here you go. I'm getting ready to share the tab now. All right. Ian. Okay. This is a truck I saw in traffic and I thought the context matters. Here you go. You process, I'll narrate. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's a silver Ram Dakota pick 'em up truck. It's got like an arms wide open Creed Nickelback kind of sticker on it.
It's Creed.
Creed. Okay. Now, in the upper left-hand corner of the tailgate, it has a sticker that says, "Warning, driver is gay." Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, there's a whole lot going on.
There
here.
is, but
for a truck that appears to be bone stock,
right.
There's a lot going on.
They've done a number with the stickers, right? But I think that what we can say, and we do know, is that the context in which that sticker, "Warning, driver is gay," the context in which that was applied to the tailgate of the truck is very, very important, right? And it is a determining factor as to whether or not this is somebody who is out loud and proud or somebody that has homophobic friends and is offended by these kinds of terms, right? Let's say you were a gay man, right? And to kind of confront homophobia and stuff like that, you just threw a sticker on your truck, "Warning, driver is gay," just to mess with people, just to own up, just to,
Or for the lulz. Probably
right,
just
for the lulz. Right. Yeah. Awesome. Right? Okay. Now let's say you have some homophobic friends that like stuck that sticker on your truck thinking it was insulting you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no. I understand what you're saying there, but why? I'm curious why your mind jumped to the second one being a possibility. Is the context of the other stickers on the truck?
When you say the second one, to which are you referring?
The possibility that it was friends playing a prank.
Okay. The telling thing for me is that, well, first of all, I think that it's completely reasonable to think that could have been placed there, right? Yeah. Because people put stickers on other people's cars to prank them, stuff like that all the time, right? The world being what it is, of course, there's still people that think that calling someone gay is an insult, right?
Yeah.
The key factor of this is that the upper right-hand corner of the sticker is peeled a little bit, right?
Well, and I would say I would agree with you that all of the other stickers have a very particular look about them,
Right.
but more
True.
importantly, a care with which they were applied,
Right.
and that one definitely seems much less carefully applied. So there's a whole number of explanations which we could definitely unpack,
Right.
as to why that is. That's really funny.
It is.
I'm preoccupied with something about these stickers.
Okay.
And
Let's hear it.
that we might need to get a former guest on the horn
Oh, really?
quickly.
Okay.
Because I'm wondering, could this be Chris Angel?
Oh, no.
A magician type situation.
Oh, let me see here.
And specifically Chris Angel. I don't know why I think that. I don't really know that much about him, but he just has a magician vibe to him.
Okay, versus like a Nickelback Creed kind of vibe, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And the thing that makes me think that, there's a few things, but mostly it's that fucking hat, which is a choice.
Yeah.
And he's looking down. And the Creed pose is up, right? Because it's
yes.
Looking at where Jesus lives. So I'm told.
So you're told. Okay. All right. Let's look. Chris
Angel decal.
Yeah.
So sticker. Yeah.
Yeah. We're looking.
We're now live Googling. That's what it's come to.
Yep. I'm not seeing.
What it's come to.
Yeah. Anything like what we're looking for here. Yeah. Maybe it's a self-portrait. I don't know. It could be. And this shark sticker with the missing S, that's curious. Yeah. A lot going on.
Well, or it just says Hark.
Yeah, but I think it's
an angel.
Oh, okay. But obviously it's supposed to be a shark because those are fins. And that's a tail for the K.
Yeah, I didn't put that together. But you're right. It's fine. Yeah, there should be an S to make it look like the nose, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man, this sticker, whatever this is. But yeah.
You know what this is though? This truck.
Uh-huh.
This is a Rorschach test.
It is. You're right. Why does this guy have a picture of my mother on his tailgate?
This whole thing is a Rorschach test.
Right. It's
because I would have skipped right over the driver is gay sticker, and I would have been like, "Excuse me, I need an explanation about why you have a shirtless magician on your truck."
Okay.
I don't care if you find them, this shirtless magician, attractive or not. I just need to know why it's there.
Why is it present? Okay.
Why is it present?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Why is that gentleman on fire?
lightly on fire.
He's only partially on fire. But I mean, that seems also needing explanation.
Yep. He's got a big knife on his belt, and the
I would dare say it's a scabbard.
Scabbard. Okay. And
scabbard.
The fire isn't really hot enough to singe the hat, so
right. This magician / pirate / juggalo.
Yeah, and
slightly on fire.
And I don't think we've unpacked the family lineage, the family sticker up in the top here. So this is, I don't know what the hell this is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be a reference to something like I'm just not familiar with, like some kind of like sci-fi thing or something.
I think this is a drama club kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know exactly the CDs that they still have because they have CDs.
Uh-huh. I just glanced over at my CDs.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this person graduated high school, and I'm going to say 2010.
Okay, I was going 4 or 5, but I think you're probably right. Yeah.
Lots of Linkin Park. Lots of band name just popped in my head that I'm ashamed to have rattling around in here. Evanescence.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Atrocious music.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's what's happening in that truck.
Okay.
That's what I think is going on.
I really like.
May not actually be gay. That's not material to the real questions here.
Do you? I think the driver is gay sticker is bringing just as much to the table as the shirtless magician. I want to know everything about everything in regards to this truck, because I think in order to get answers, or in order to know whether or not I like this person, I need to know the context of which the stickers were placed. I need that. I need the context, because they're either going to be someone I hate or someone that I think is pretty interesting.
Well, the thing that this reminds me of is the Blur sticker.
Yes, exactly. Right.
Coming back a long time ago, you had that truck, and it was like Florida Gators, like camo stuff, and like a bunch of weird stuff. A bunch of kind of like Florida type shit, and then Blur. Just like, of all the bands, and it was the only band sticker.
Yep.
It was the only band sticker.
Right.
And you're like, either this person has only heard song number 2.
Right. And never heard Park Life. Right.
And never heard anything else.
Right.
Or this person contains multitudes and is putting it all out on the truck for everybody to see.
Right. Yeah. Now, another possibility. And I know that you have a context adjacent thing to discuss as well, but real quick, I think I might want to drop a listener my eyes in here real quick.
Okay.
Because I think we may be overlooking one possibility, and that is we may have a his and hers or a his and his situation here. This may be 2 independent operators stickering up their sides of the vehicle. Okay. Here is a sticker our buddy in Washington, Chris Ravert, sent us. This is a Dodge Caliber with a replaced tailgate, a Biden-Harris sticker on one side of the bumper on the left, and then on the right-hand side, something that says, "When I die, don't let me vote Democrat," and then a "No step on snake" decal.
Huh. Is it an ironic "Don't step on snake" decal?
I don't think so, given the yeah. My rights don't end where you're something. Yeah, for the no step snake. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
It's interesting that the Biden Harris stickers on the left and the other ones are on the right.
Right. Also, I like that there's just a big case of Coors in the recycle bin. Yeah.
It would be great if there was like a big case of like Coors and like a box of wine.
Yes.
Where you can see this is really a split household.
Yes.
And maybe like 2 boxes from Toasters.
Yes. There's tape running down the middle of a room somewhere in this house.
Yes. Exactly.
Right, but maybe that's what we're dealing with this truck here. Maybe there's an out and proud, awesome gay driver, right? That's doing something for the lulz, and then maybe a certified Shark Angel enthusiast.
Could be.
Could be. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I would like to know if any listeners are aware of split bumper sticker situations, bumper sticker households. They know stories about them, or they know friends who have, there's multiple people putting bumper stickers on cars.
Right.
That would be fascinating.
Right, because they're like, we have one car and 2 sets of opinions.
Yes, and we both love bumper stickers for some reason. But yes, I would love to know if anyone is aware of those sorts of situations. They must exist.
They have to. I mean, honestly, like the one that Chris sent us here, like the Biden-Harris and the, like the when I die, don't let me vote Democrat bullshit, right? Like this has to be two separate people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Or one person who went through some things. I mean, they clearly were in some sort of accident with the tailgate. So
yeah, I don't know. There's some stickers that kind of reinforce it up here with there's like the wild one kind of sticker, but then on the other side there's like the Traeger's smoker sticker.
I don't know what that is. Like a meat smoker?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's that one down in the bottom? Is that a brewery or something?
I can't tell. This one down here, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know because I know a husband and wife. One was a Trump supporter and the other one was Democrat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like this kind of stuff happens, you know? Yeah. 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 So I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, whatever these people's relationship status is, I mean, clearly they got started off on the wrong foot because they bought a Dodge Caliber.
Oh, yeah. So thank you, Chris, for sending that.
Thank you for coming to couples therapy. Buy a better car. Come back when you have a better one.
Yep. Hey, like real quick, I think that like I've noticed a little bit of a trend on the show, and maybe this is just my pattern recognition, like firing when it shouldn't. But tell me if you think that there's any kind of validity to this, like inkling of a thought that I had. Sometimes when I present this stuff, or you present like a My Eyes to me or a listener or whatever, I think sometimes my mind goes to a little bit of a dark place, right? Where like it might see like a more sinister side of something. Like for this driver's gay sticker, like I immediately think that like this person's an asshole and they have homophobic friends that stuck that on their car as a joke, when that is the furthest thing from a fucking joke, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's a place my mind goes when I see data like this, right? And I think that you, for as whiskey and dour as you are, I think that you, Ian, actually tend to overlook that stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? This has happened before, right?
We've talked about this a little bit before, and I think it comes down to me, I've thought that we're surrounded by, fucking idiots for my entire life. And I feel like a lot of my friends, and you were very much included in this, are still in this very much like hackles up, like your guard is just up from the last 6 years.
Okay. All right.
Bullshit.
All right. I'd say middle school, but go on.
Right. I don't know. But I mean, just more recently, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
Where you're just, you can see it with everything. You're like, where, I don't know. I feel like a lot of my friends are very quick to, let's get to that worst case scenario because we're going to get there anyway. So we might as well fucking get it over with. And so let's just rip the Band-Aid off and go to that. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's any, I don't know why I catch myself doing that sometimes.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
But I've been able to resist it, I think, more than some of my friends. And I don't know why.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I think that's a piece of it. I think, we've seen so much terrible shit over the last couple of years.
Right.
That it's understandable. People are like on edge.
Sure. Right.
And sometimes a sticker is just a sticker.
Yeah.
Sometimes it isn't.
Right. Sometimes it isn't. The Chris Angel one is definitely more than a sticker. But
well, definitely.
Right. We can agree on that. Also, I think that one thing that's happened over the last 6 years is that like you are absolutely correct in saying that like my guard is up more. Right. Mm-hmm. Because we've seen more shit and we've seen more people emboldened in ways that they never have been, from levels of authority that they never have been before. Right. In different ways. Right. That there's that piece to it. Right. But I think that like the thing that I always want to try to do is to like not just assume that worst case scenario, but to say like, what is the context of this in which I'm interpreting it, right? Like, could it be the bad thing or could it be a better thing, right? And I think that over the last 6 years, the disparity between how bad the bad thing is and how good the good thing could be has been widened, right? Because things I think are a lot worse. Yeah, it's been a lot. I mean, there's never been a fucking insurrection on the White House before, right? You know, like, so there's been some shit that's definitely been worse, right? So that like goalpost has been moved in my opinion, but like I still want to try to recognize the possibility of different outcomes, not just the bad one. But you're absolutely right in that the guard is up because those things are registering and they're hitting harder than they ever have before.
Yeah, and I think everybody does this thing, whether they realize it or not, where it's like a compartmentalization thing, right? Where you see something that you know there's a possibility that there's like a bad explanation for it.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, and I think in normal times when you're not traumatized and not like in just like fight or flight mode, right? You like put it to the side and you're like, I'm gonna remember where I put that.
Right.
Because I might need it. But until I know that I need it, I should probably leave it over there.
Right.
And I think when people are like worn down by all of this, by everything, that like it becomes harder to do that.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. You don't have as much shelf space, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to put it too. Right. Like I'm out of like, I'll check on that later for bad shit.
Yep.
That pantry's full.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And so you're like, fuck it. I'll just keep it over here.
I've been using that pantry as a bathroom for the best.
Pete had so many oranges in there. But yeah, I think that's what's happening. And I've been very conscious of like trying not to do that. Like
right.
Especially with like, you know, it's easy to do that on like social media stuff and like you get the doom scrolling, you get spun up and
it's designed for that, right?
Right. I mean, that's a really quick way to run out of that shelf space, right? Because you get, you know, out of the whole social media is out of context shit. That's what it is. Right. It's a Chris Angel sticker every 15 seconds. Right. It's this tailgate is basically Twitter, right?
I think we found Twitter in real life. Yeah.
This is Twitter in real life because you get this and you're like Chris Angel sticker, driver's space sticker, blur sticker. What's happening? You know? Right. And you run out of compartments to put stuff. And come back to later, so you have to react to it quickly, and that's what happens. Yeah. Right. Cars.
Like, if anybody wants to be like, hey, why do you guys have a podcast? I just want to show them a picture of this fucking tailgate and be like, we have thoughts.
Right. Also, why doesn't anyone listen to your podcast? I redirect you again to this conversation.
Yeah.
Taking place in our butts.
We love you, everyone. And I want to know what you have to say, Ian, about cars in context, experiencing cars and in and out of context.
Yes. So this is a totally different thing.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take Chris Angel away for a minute here.
Please do.
Okay.
I had two sort of very small interactions with car stuff that wasn't in car stuff context.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And it just, you know, so we've been talking with more kind of like big people in the car world lately, and I was just doing a race weekend surrounded by a bunch of like super mechanics and, you know, people who have forgotten more about how cars work and engine codes and random cars that I don't know exist than I will ever know. And so I've been not feeling like super confident about my knowledge about cars. But then every once in a while you like interact with car things from a not car person.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, oh, I have thought about this stuff a lot.
Right.
I do have some ideas.
Right.
So the first thing was, so I listen to I don't listen to many podcasts, but I listen to, on occasion, I listen to the Chris
Angel.
Chris Hayes, the Chris Angel podcast. He talks about mysteriously appearing on random tailgates. No, I listened to the Chris Hayes podcast, and he had a show about electric cars.
Oh,
and
okay.
And I was really excited to listen to it because his shows are. I don't watch him on TV, but like the podcasts are really interesting because he does like a deep dive into like one subject and like gets into it, and it's usually really insightful and good. And the electric car conversation was a little like disappointing. Like,
okay.
It was very surface, sort of like someone who's never thought about electric cars before.
Okay.
And that's probably who it was geared towards, and I wasn't the target audience for it or whatever.
Sure.
But it was just like, it was just something I like kind of like filed away. I was like, oh, that was disappointing and like but also odd. Like I expected to learn something new.
Right. Right.
I usually do when I listen to that.
Right.
Well, that was because they basically just talked about Tesla the whole time.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it didn't really get into like the really like nitty gritty of like environmental impact of the mining versus like what you get and blah, whatever. And then the other one is very, very frivolous. I started doing, because my reputation as a fancy lad wasn't quite cemented, I've started doing the New York Times crossword every day.
Okay. All right.
And there's been some car clues that have cropped up. And the one that caught my attention, and I want to get your reaction to this.
Okay.
The clue was muscle car acronym.
Oh, okay. Yeah, AMC.
It was 4 letters.
Oh, 4 letters. Okay. Muscle car acronym.
Right? And you think muscle car acronyms, you think maybe like GTO, something like that. But that obviously doesn't fit. It was IROC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? IROC. Now,
yeah.
Would you call that a muscle car? Because that was my first reaction of like,
okay.
I guess we could call that a muscle car. Like, sure, maybe. It had like 160 horsepower, but sure. Okay.
Well, it is a Camaro, right?
Yeah.
Camaros were always muscle cars, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that. You're like, Will Shorts, maybe you're coming up a little short.
Maybe stay in your lane, Will Shorts.
You don't see me over here trying to make a grid of words.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to edit any crossword puzzles. You stay out of the cars.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. That's a funny place for IROC to pop up. Was that on like what day of the week was that on? Because that's a pretty tough clue I would have had to have
I think it was like I think it was like last Thursday.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's kind of deep in the week. That's not a Monday clue. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday clue, man.
Yeah, it was like a Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Thursday, something like that. But
right? Yeah. Well done. Hey, how are you doing with the daily puzzles?
I'm doing all right. I look stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
You'll look things up.
Right.
I try not to just go do the like New York Times crossword.
Right.
Like I try not to do that.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times.
Okay.
But yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's our new thing.
Nice, man.
We do the spelling bee and the crossword.
Oh, sweet. That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
No, it's good to do that kind of stuff.
Last week I talked about injuring myself making scones before a race, and now I'm talking about the crossword.
Hey, I do the daily Sudoku on the Good Sudoku app. So yeah,
nice.
And it does the same thing. There's an escalating weekly, thing. Sunday's the hardest, and there have been a couple Sundays where I have not been able to solve it. I've been doing it for almost a year now. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. You just really phone it in on Mondays. Sometimes I don't even bother doing those, but yeah,
really?
But yeah, I think the Sudoku difficulty versus like the crossword difficulty is much wider. The crossword, like I couldn't do a Monday. Yeah.
I can't do Sudoku at all, even like easy ones.
Okay. Yeah.
I talk myself into madness.
Okay.
So
Okay.
quickly.
And I can't do crosswords. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I remember one time I went back to visit my family in Missouri, and my mom was like, "Your vocabulary is so good." And in my head, I'm like, "You're from Missouri." It's not. It's not, Mom. It's not. So anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, what else? What else you want to talk about, buddy?
Well, we've been talking about context, and it got me thinking about an FMK cars that we played. I counted. This was like the 20th FMK cars. That we played on the show. Like it's not. Okay. This is from way back.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so these are cars that are out of context, and it's called "This is neither the time nor the place." Cool cars in appropriate settings.
Okay. All right.
This is an old one. So we're gonna play it again because it's been years.
Okay. So, nice, man. Yeah.
So the first one is a Ferrari F40.
Okay.
It can only be driven in downtown Brussels.
Ah, okay. Okay.
According to Forbes, I'm going to say 2015, it's the most congested city in the world.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right. Mercedes G-Wagon 6x6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
Pacific Coast Highway.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Every cycling club in California is also out now.
That's right. I remember this one. Okay. Okay.
All right. Do you remember what the last one is?
I don't.
Holy shit. I just saw that.
How much is sold for on Bring a Trailer? $900,000?
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Last one. Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead.
Okay.
One word, rallycross.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And you're on the hook for repair bills.
Okay. That's the appropriate twist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, obviously, that's what you would pick. And if I remember right, that's what you picked last time. So I'm adding that. You're on the hook for modifications and repairs.
Oh my God. Nobody has that kind of money, Ian.
No.
Oh my God.
Some people do.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. So my thing with the F40 is it would be great to hear that kind of bouncing off some building walls, but I couldn't be that guy that was just like revving at the engine in traffic. I couldn't do it. I need to let those ponies sing, Ian. Uh-huh.
Well, I'm sure you'd get a couple of like random like on ramps, or you get a little bit.
Yeah.
You could wake up at 3 a.m.
Okay. All right. Here's what we're doing. We're killing the Rolls Royce.
Okay.
Okay. No. We're killing the Mercedes 6x6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to for a day rallycross, and then I'll just
and then you're gonna fake your own death.
Right? Yep. Exactly. Yes. Yep. So that's what I'm doing for a day in the Rolls, and then the F40. I will marry that. Okay. Now here's why.
Okay.
That's a dangerous car. And I can't kill myself in it if I can never really let it go.
So this is the only context in which you would feel safe driving an F40.
Yes. And this is like the opposite of that. Like whenever like a 16-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid gets a super bike, their life expectancy suddenly becomes like 2 weeks. Or something like that, urban legend or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like this is the opposite of that. When Dave gets an F40 in traffic, his life expectancy is now 104.
Right.
Yeah.
You basically just bought yourself a carbon fiber bubble to live in.
I did. Yep. Yeah. What do you think you would do, Ian?
I think I would do the exact same thing. I think you made the right choice. I think you just max out the credit cards for one day.
Yep, right.
On fixing one bent rim. a Rolls-Royce Phantom,
Right?
and then yeah, you just live out of your Ferrari F40 in downtown
Uh-huh.
Brussels.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
good work.
I like that, Ian. Context matters, man.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
You have an announcement of sorts to make, right?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I do. So our good buddy PETA and I are going to be out at High Plains Raceway on October 17th at the EMIC Track Day, EMIC VW Track Day. So we'll put a link in the show description where you can get info about that and sign up. I'm not going to be driving anything.
I was going to ask if that was the goal of, because we haven't talked about your background picture yet.
We haven't. Yeah. But I think I've done big track driving, Ian. I don't know if I want to do that anymore.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. I think
once you get the Fiat running.
a Fiat 500 Abarth on High Plains would be pretty scary.
That'd be super fun.
No, it'd be really fun on an autocross or time attack course. High Plains would be terrifying.
That'd be fun.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I am tentative for that.
Right.
I would like to go. Don't know
Right.
if it's going to be able to work or not. But yeah, you should go because those are good times.
Yeah. Mark your calendar. Save the date, October 17th, right? Yeah.
Maybe it'll be snowing. Maybe it'll be 90 degrees. We don't know.
Exactly. Either way, bring a jacket.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. We have listener miles. Our buddy Eric in Illinois sent us a bunch of pictures from Radwood, Chicago, and
right.
we never went through those. Our good buddy Johnny's been doing some racing. I've got garage updates, and I have a license plate game for you. Ian, dealer's choice. What do you want, buddy?
Let's. I want to hear about the Fiat. I want to hear about the garage updates. Your background is a disassembled Fiat multi-air little nipper of an engine, and I want to know everything.
Okay, let me tell you about the little engine that might. Okay. The little engine that probably. I don't know.
The little engine that probably. Oh my god.
Oh, it's
See, that's how I can tell you're working on it, because if it was me, I'd already be to the point where it's the little engine that fucking should, if it knows what's good for it. I'd already be to that point.
Okay. So, as you may recall, Ian, you went with me to pick up a Fiat 500 Abarth 2012 from our good friend Jesse.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I've been kind of digging in a little bit. We found out that cylinder 2 had zero compression, right? So Sunday, just oh god, I don't even know what time is anymore because I took today off of work, so it's all messed up. But just yesterday, I made a big effort. I've got some stuff organized in the garage. So here, Ian, is how the day started. Okay. I got on Amazon. I've been buying tons of stuff, Ian. On Amazon, I got a big roll of this vinyl whiteboard that you can just stick up to any surface. So I made myself a whiteboard so I can keep track. That's on the side of one of my tool chests in the cabinets in the garage, right? Mm-hmm. And so up here,
put up whiteboard.
Yep, check. That first thing on the list. You're the only person to mention that. Yeah, put up whiteboard. Right, thank you. And then we have a list of stuff that's going to need to get replaced, like bolts that strip out or screws that are missing, etc. And so I started tearing into the little guy. It's interesting how it's put together. It's very, very compact, obviously. Yeah. Fiat used a lot of one-time use hose clamps, so I'm not a fan of those. We're going to be putting those back with proper hose clamps, right? Mm-hmm. Let's see here. What else? So the goal is to get the cylinder head off, right? So let's see here. So the last time I talked to you, you were kind of going back and forth between trying to accomplish that
with it in place,
Yeah.
versus dropping the whole engine and doing it on a stand.
Right. Yeah. Great recall. So I think I'm just going to go in the engine bay, right? Because it seems like I'm going to have enough room to do it. So I'm working my way around, and as I'm going through things, this car is so funny because here's the intercoolers, Ian. Look how tiny they are. That's my hand. I mean, they are honestly like 3 inches thick, but they are tiny little intercoolers. So I ordered a massive front mount intercooler for it.
That's my boy.
We can turn those cavities into brake duct cooling.
Nice.
Yeah. It's so tiny and it's so adorable. The valve springs are so small. Ian, with your hands, would you, or like with a like an analogy, would you tell people about how big the last like thermostat housing you worked on or saw or were near? No,
I don't know, like this big. Like,
oh, okay, yeah, like maybe like a mug for like coffee.
Yeah,
like somewhere around that side.
On the V8 in the truck, that was about that big, I think.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's typical. Here's the thermostat housing on the Abarth. It fits in the palm of your hand like a baby bunny. Like.
So is stuff like, is it hard to get to? Oh, wow, you've really got the front disassembled in this picture.
I do.
You like the crash bar's off. There's no radiator. It's all gone.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm finding tiny adorable things. I have the let's see here. So what else?
I'm sorry. I also, before you move on from this picture,
Yeah.
I just want to also point out the giant hammer that's in the background.
Oh, that's a rubber mallet. That's for gently knocking things.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see here. So here's the front clip off. Okay, so this is the crash bar off. The AC condensers moved to the side. The radiator is off. The cooling system's drained. The oil's drained. Yeah, all of that stuff. So the goal, is to get to the cylinder head. So after this, the next thing is what I set my background picture to, which is the exhaust and turbo off.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. So you got the 4. This is the exhaust side here. This is a oil or coolant feed line a coolant feed line to the turbo as it sits up on that exhaust manifold there. And I've even done a little bit more work past this. So I have this is the vacuum pump over here on the right hand side. I have that off, and I have the Fiat timing tools installed. So you don't do top dead center on this engine. You do all the cylinders halfway. And and there's like this triangle that you install on the cam side, and it slots into something. And then this weird little kind of it looks like a big metal lollipop kind of that you put on the main crank pulley. And and for the timing belt, and then when there's 3 bolts on the main crank pulley, right? And when those 3 bolts are aligned, the one bolt on like kind of the stick of the lollipop lines up with a hole in a screw hole in the block for like where one of the timing cover things was, and that's how when that's lined up and the cam thing is lined up where that vacuum pump is, that's how you know like timing is like that's you timing the engine. Nothing is interfering with anything else when you have it set there. And
wow.
Yeah. So this
is a belt, yeah?
Yeah, it's timing belt. You can see it over here on the left. Yep.
Okay, yeah. And it is an interference engine?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. When I'm working on it, yes. I don't know if it's an interference engine or not, you know? Yeah, okay. I'll have to look it up. I don't think it's going to be good. I think for the whole like intake side with the multi-air block, who knows, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I put up a Twitter poll asking people what they thought the issue for no compression is in cylinder 2. Could be a few things. Yeah. What do you think, Ian? What's the Ian take?
Well, I saw your poll.
Okay.
You know it. And I also saw Donnie's response.
Yes.
So he mentioned the thing that I said, which was the rings being bad.
Right. Piston rings. I still think that might be the case. I'm pulling for you, though. I'm hoping that it's just like a stuck valve or something. Okay, like a hole in like an exhaust valve or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want this to be the little engine that Dunn did.
Right, that Dunn did, and will continue to do so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that will continue to do.
You said doo-doo. Yeah. You did Dunn say it, Ian. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's your head at? How are you feeling? Are you ready to light it on fire? What do you think that? What do you think you're going to find?
You know, I think that I'm going to find either a hole in a piston or a torched valve. I've seen a lot of other folks online have with these engines having a penchant to burn holes in exhaust valves, specifically cylinder 2 and 3.
Okay.
And they said that if you don't run one of like just 5 certain oils, like even though they're all the same weight, like, you know, you run 540 in these things, but like they said, like if you don't run like one of these 5 oils, you will like grenade your engine. You will get a hole in an exhaust valve or something. So we'll see. Yeah. I guess they run super hot, and like the oil, like substandard oil is just, it will break down, and then stuff it turns the combustion chamber into a plasma cutter at that point. So,
yeah. Do people do like oil cooling mods? Like, do they put big oil coolers on or anything like that? Is that one of the things?
I haven't seen any yet, but I have seen a lot of like you see with other, you know, other turbo cars, hood vents.
Right.
Yeah. So I may throw some hood vents into this. You know, because it's a tiny space for a lot of heat, man. And you saw the size of that thermostat housing, man. Like it's Yeah. So it's not insanely complicated. It's not too weird. It's just weird enough. But yeah, there's some great YouTube videos. This guy that runs a company called Engine Performance, NGEN.
Yep.
Yeah, he makes tons of videos. If you look at our Apex Adjacent account on YouTube, you're going to see tons of that in the watch history.
That's funny.
Yeah. And his videos are great. They're, you know, and it's all centered around like, here's, you know, if you want to do an exhaust and turbo upgrade, here's what you do. And it like, it's everything, bolt sizes, you know, everything. So,
right.
Yeah, him and a camera person just going through it, you know.
Nice.
And so that I've been watching a lot of that kind of stuff, and I'm always so thankful for that kind of stuff existing on YouTube, because it's so empowering, man. It's so empowering, you know. We're spoiled for resources when it comes to fixing our own cars, you know.
It's true.
Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, here's how Sunday. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm so anxious to see what the culprit is. You know?
Yeah, man. Right. Yeah. So here's how Sunday finished. Let's see here. Sunday started. Here's how Sunday finished. Right. So I had the front clip off, oil and coolant out, turbo and exhaust manifold off, serpentine belt was off, vacuum pump was off, and I had the engine timed up. Now I just actually have to take the timing belt off, which means I have to take off the passenger side motor mount to get to that. and that kind of stuff. And then it's going to be intake manifold, and I'm going to do half of it up through the bottom and the other half down through the top. When I come up from the bottom, I'm going to get the alternator and starter out, and I'm just going to preemptively replace those because shit's tight back there. And there we go. Yeah, and we'll do a water pump too, of course, while we're in here. The water pump is seriously, like, it's so tiny. Like, it's just everything on this car, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Little tiny car, big ass attitude, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to be able to actually drive this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be some firsts on this. I'm going to finally learn how to bleed brakes, so I'm going to do that for this. I have the vacuum bleeder, so I'm gonna learn how to bleed brakes. And yeah.
The best thing to do is just have an idiot friend come over, and then you can yell at them. Yeah, go, pump! Hold! I said pump!
True. Yeah.
Hold!
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you're a lot cheaper than a power brake bleeder. Yeah.
It's true.
I just have to give you like some, chicken vindaloo.
I mean, a beer that fits in the cup holder.
True.
And then I just get yelled at and I move my leg a little bit. That's it.
True. There you go.
I'm an excellent at that.
Yeah.
One of my only mechanical things that I can do.
You're being too humble as usual. You're being too humble, but yes. Yeah, maybe soon. Yeah, once we get the engine sorted, then we move on to brakes, and then we move on to cosmetics.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So there we go. I've got a new cold air intake ready to go in it. I'm going to order that spring upgrade for the multi-air box. I got a front mount intercooler that's big and beefy that's on its way to me, and yeah, that's about it for my. Oh, and the diverter and whoosh blow off valve. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So it's going to make turbo noises, buddy. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm so looking forward to it. So you asked if I was in like a burn it down kind of place or how I'm feeling. Feeling good, Ian. Feeling good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think let's shout out Johnny and then finish up with the license plate game, and then we'll do the rest next show.
Yeah, we have a lot. You folks have been sending us awesome stuff, so we have a lot. But we do want to call out our good buddy Johnny, who's been doing a bunch of circle track racing for probably a year and a half, 2 years now?
Yeah, it's been a little while, yeah.
Yeah,
He's kind of been updating us via DMs on Twitter of his progress, and it's been cool to see. And we got a really big update this last weekend.
Yep, you're right. Johnny brought home the checkered flag, man. Yeah, here he is on the podium. Yeah, so congratulations, man. That's so awesome. Yeah, Bandit feature winner. So yeah, survived all the heats and won the feature. That's freaking awesome, man.
Super cool.
Right?
Circle track stuff is so crazy. I love it.
Yeah, he's been through a bunch of engines, been through countless control arms and half shafts. But yeah, Johnny, like, persistence pays off, man, and you did so well. That's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations. It's so
right?
Cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's racing update, man. Attentionfordetail.com, Johnny's website, professional detailer. Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
All your detailing needs in Southeast Wisconsin.
Yep. Right? God, yeah, I wish I could just send him Luther just to have him completely rework the paint on it. Just box up Luther and ship it to him. But yeah.
Yeah. That's a cost-effective way to get your car detailed.
I know, right? Yeah. Ian?
Yes. Let's finish up tonight with a license plate game. What do you think?
I would love that because I made one. I could have made you two, but Ian, I made you one. This one?
Oh,
This one's theme is no one likes a bragger. Ian, you take that in. I'll tell people what we're looking at, okay? Oh, wow. We are looking at a trifecta of Chevy Camaros, folks. White, purple, and black. Okay? All right? One of these came from PETA. One of these came from our good buddy Joe Hammers. So thank you both for sending these in. All right. One was taken by my insanely amazing intern. All right. Okay. So, Ian, you have a white Camaro up top, purple Camaro in the middle, black Camaro on the bottom. Okay. Ian's doing a little bit of side Googling. I can tell.
I'm doing just a little side Google.
Okay.
A little side Google because here's my issue is that just immediately I know that I'm going to get in trouble with Donnie because I have trouble
identifying Camaro models.
The sub models and years of the Camaros.
It's fine. They're all Camaros.
Well, but one of the license plate has a clue.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay,
So license plate options are. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the first license plate is FAN, FAN, SSY, fancy, but also there's SS hidden in there.
Okay.
Which is also a trim level of the Camaro. So if I can figure out which one is the SS, that might help me.
Okay.
Then the next one is B4D 455. I believe that stands for, it is supposed to read as bad donkey. And then the last one, Supreme without missing one E.
Or maybe they saw Michael Stipe and they're like, "Sup, REM."
I love it. That's great.
Maybe they were in Georgia.
Okay. Could you zoom in?
Yeah.
The other thing. So is we got the white one on top is a convertible with the stripes, and I think is that an RS badge on the back?
I think you're right, Ian. It is an RS badge.
Is it RS or is it SS? It's really blurry and I can't tell.
I think it's an RS.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And then the next one is purple.
Yes. Here, we'll zoom. I think those are the reverse lights down there. Yep. Looks like it has some kind of aftermarket diffuser on the back there. Yep.
And then the bottom one is black. It's
some additional data for this one, buddy.
Yeah, so this is, I believe, a ZL1. I think it says it right there. And it's got the big spoiler.
Actually, I'll tell you, Ian, this is an SS badge right here. It might not be coming through very well. It's a little pixelated, but this is an SS badge. Whether this is an SS, whatever, but
I think the ZL1 is a package that comes with the SS model. Oh God, Donnie!
Why are you getting so high pitched? Don't see this.
I can hear him typing.
This is what you get caught up in, Ian. Just don't even make a declaration. Just call it.
No, I think that's what it is. I think a ZL1 is also an.
I like that I say, like, don't even make a declaration. You're like, I don't care. I'm going to continue making a declaration. Donnie, just know I gave Ian an out on this one. Ian, you haven't mentioned the other data that is provided on this Camaro.
So there's bumper sticker that says Supreme Bitch. And then there's also a no step on sneak license plate. Yep. And then I can't tell what the other sticker is.
I think it might I think it is their Snapchat icon. You know, have you seen
I know
those?
What this is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just realized this is a 1LE package. That's right. The ZL1 is its own thing, and then it's SS, and you can get the 1LE package, which has, I believe, this crazy ass spoiler on it. Because I believe this is factory.
Okay. So, Ian, what do you think? Fancy, badass, or supreme?
All right. I think Supreme is the top one. And I think Fancy is the bottom one. And I think Badass is the middle purple one.
Okay. All right. Why?
Because I believe that the SS is a big clue, and I believe that that they would want to work the SS in there, and also like Fancy and Supreme Bitch seems to kind of like go together.
But one of these is literally Supreme. Why wouldn't that go with Supreme Bitch?
It's a red herring, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm focused on the SS thing, and maybe I shouldn't be. Because I don't know. If you got that one LED, you got that package, and you have that wing on it, I think the SS thing is important to you.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm spiraling, and I should focus on that. And I think that, yeah, I'm going with what I said. Yep, that's what I said. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So which one's?
How wrong am I?
Which one is Badass again?
Badass, I think, is, what did I say? The purple one.
Okay. All right. Ian?
Yes.
I gotta tell you, man, I think you gotta get out of your own head every now and then. You overthought it on the Supreme, Ian. And purple just seems more like a fancy color.
Well, I was thinking that too, but does that really have an RS badge? And it's, oh man, that's just,
yeah. Okay. And it says Badass. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know what to do with these people.
I know. No one likes a bragger. And it's 3 Camaros with vanity plates, and they're all pretty congruent.
Yeah, they're terrible. These are terrible license plates.
I don't want to end on a downer, Ian. I've got a My Eyes upper for you. Do you want a little bit of eye bleach?
No.
You don't?
I want to wallow in my failure.
You want to wallow in this?
I want to wallow in my failure and my disappointment in my fellow man for whatever all this nonsense is.
You don't want to see a picture that I took literally today.
No, I don't want to feel better.
All right, man. I'll save it for next show. Look away and I'll show the listeners.
No, show it to me.
Okay. Here you go, buddy. Look at this little mini.
Damn it, that's adorable.
Little mini van.
And it even has wood trim and a handicap placard.
Right?
Oh, and it says Woody Mini.
Yeah. Ian. This is
adorable.
Right? This is the kind of thing you need to go out on, folks. Just a tiny little Mini Cooper van thingy. I mean,
these wheels look like they would be casters on the jack for the Camaros that we just looked at.
I think you're right. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So
adorable.
Go out on an up note when you can, everybody.
Goddamn adorable.
I know, right? Yeah. I still can't get over the tiny size of the thermostat housing on the Abarth. Thermostat housing. Yeah.
Dave, if people enjoyed whatever this was, what should they do?
You know, Ian, we would love for some more YouTube subscribers. So do whatever you can to get us some more YouTube subs without signing us up for a, Russian troll factory, please. I don't want to be at the center of some kind of election fraud in 2 years.
Yeah. You know what you do? We've talked about this before on the show. Is you go over to your family's house, and when they are not looking, they'll be logged in. They won't have a password on their computer. And you just sign into their Gmail account, and they go to YouTube, and then just go ahead and subscribe them.
Yep.
To our channel.
Yep. That's what you should do. Inflict us on your parents and elderly relatives. Yep. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Leave us a review on iTunes, and shoot us an email. Shoot us some text at 720-515-1391. for the Apex Adjacent Crisis line. And, you know, if you're having a crisis, leave us a voicemail. We haven't had a voicemail for a little while. So, yeah. Feel free to call in. And, you know.
Yeah, we have the technology to play those on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We do. So there you go, everybody.
Well, Dave and everyone, I love you. Have a good evening. Goodbye.